Hi, I'm Daphne from Daps Makeup, here to give you the quick tea on luxury makeup, but we got a lot to talk about, so prepare to sip slow. Today we are talking about Chanel lipsticks, and I brought out my whole collection. So I filled up this whole bag with every single lipstick product that I own from Chanel. This is a video that I've been talking about for a long time that I owe you guys. A while back, I did a video on my whole Dior lipstick collection, went through every lipstick I own and gave you my opinion, pros and cons of the different lipstick formulas. I will tag the video there so you can go over there to watch my Dior lipstick video. But I kept saying I'll do the same for Chanel. And I've been meaning to do it, and I'm just finally like, okay. Let's do this. So I counted, I own 28 lipsticks. There's not 28 formulas. Obviously I have multiple shades in certain formulas. But I have 28 lipsticks in total, and I'll even show you my one lipstick liner. So maybe that's 29 products that I'll be showing you. And so I will go through everything together, give you, like I said, just my personal opinion, what I think are the pros and cons of each formula, what are my favorites, one of my least favorites, my favorite shades, you know, that kind of thing. So we will just go through it together. I went through Chanel's website, and it looks like I own every formulation that they have except for one, the Le Beige Healthy Glow Lip Balm. I feel like that's one that nobody really talks about. I don't think it has the same interest as some of the other formulas. I do own the Rouge Coco Lip Balm. That's the one that most people tend to talk about. I have like 3 shades in that. But I also own one formula that is no longer available, which is a shame because it's actually one that I like. We'll get to it, you know, as we go through all the lipstick formulas. But I have pretty much everything that they own, so I can really let you know what I think about every single formula. So, like I said, there is a lot to talk about, so let's get started. Okay, so I thought to myself, where should I start? And I figured I might as well start with the first Chanel lipstick I ever bought. I just got into Chanel within these last couple of years, so I'm more of a newbie to Chanel. So the first one I ever bought, and I just want to show you because this one is a special one because it has a line at the tip of the lipstick, which you will not find on every lipstick that they have. So obviously, you know, that kind of attracted me to this lipstick. Now this formula is the Rouge Allure Velvet, and it's their matte lipstick formula. And so, you know, I was excited, especially when I got this. This is when I was really getting into and discovering my favorite matte lipstick brands like Lisa Eldridge and Gucci and Uma Beauty. So I was really into matte lipsticks at the time. So then of course I was like, well, I want to try Chanel's matte lipstick. And you know, of course, I mean, sleek packaging, you can always count on Chanel for that. I love this aspect that, you know, you'll see a lot on the lipstick that we're going to go through, the pop-up feature. So you press it at the top and pop. Yeah, I'm a sucker for these small little things, but I do appreciate that, you know, and then it's just a twist up like any other lipstick. I thought that this would be a nice shade to start my Chanel lipstick collection, and this is Beige Ardent, which means a fiery beige. So I thought, hey, safe, beautiful, you know, will go with my lipstick tone. Now, let me actually read the description to this. So, and by the way, it's $48 if you're curious about the product. I'm just reading right now because I want to be accurate. So they describe it as a luminous matte lip color, okay? And they say it's a comfortable matte, a comfortable lipstick that delivers intense color and wears like second skin. Okay. Let me first put this on my lips, and then I'm going to tell you what my experience was when I first got this and my thought of this lipstick formula. I do have some other shades in this lipstick formula, and I will show you those. But I just wanted to start off with the first Chanel lipstick I ever bought. So, all right, let's apply this together. Right now, I do have just a Dior lip balm, clear lip balm, just because RC, I'm about to go through 30 lipsticks. And it's going to be very drying. So I ain't going to be wiping in between and putting lip balm in between because it's the only way I'm going to survive. I'm using the viewfinder to see where I'm at. So here is the lipstick. And this was my first Chanel lipstick. And I have to tell you, when I got this, I was disappointed. And it's amazing that after this experience that I did go ahead and buy almost 30 more lipsticks. And I will continue to buy Chanel lipsticks. But this is not my favorite. All right. Why? I just told you what are my favorite matte lipsticks. And especially at the time that I bought it, I just discovered Lisa Eldridge. Okay? So this lipstick, as you can see, I hope you can appreciate, but, you know, especially for a woman of color who has pigmented lips, you know, they say intense lipstick color. My natural lipstick tone is cutting through. So number one, in terms of pigmentation, I don't find it to be intense, okay? Especially now with what I'm used to. And, you know, I guess I should have read it is described as a luminous matte. You know, at the time I just bought it and I'm just like, hey, Chanel, yes. So it doesn't feel like a true matte lipstick. I don't have a ghost. If any of my videos you see the door behind me open up, it's because of my cat. You're not going to see her because she's on the floor, but she'll open the door. I can't lock her in. So I don't have a ghost in my house. It's my cat. But yeah, like I'm saying, it's not an intense matte. It does not give intense pigmentation. And so it was a disappointment for me when I got this, and I was like, you know, now what I can say is it feels very comfortable. And that's going to be actually a theme that I'm going to say with Chanel is that first and foremost, what's beautiful about all their lipstick is that they always get A+ on packaging, period. But their lipsticks just in general, in all formulations, are really comfortable. So if you are somebody who hates dry, uncomfortable lipsticks, then Chanel is actually a great brand for you because it doesn't matter if it's matte, if it's a liquid lipstick or not, it is actually always going to be comfortable. And so that's what I'll give it that this is a very comfortable formula. But it's just not a true matte in the sense of how I think of a matte. And so for me personally, it might be actually my least favorite. It's probably my least favorite lipstick, and it was my first lipstick. You know, it's a cute shade, but it just didn't wow me. And I don't want my eye makeup to distract from you. Like, it's nice on my skin tone, but it's just nothing that is just like, oh. So it's amazing that I kept buying. And not only did I keep buying Chanel lipsticks, but I bought more in this formula. So why would I do such a thing? So let's see. Let's go to the second one that I ever bought. And then once again, packaging, this one had the stars, part of like a comet. So now this is not typical. What's a standard lipstick shade would be ones where they have the CCs. But every so often they'll make some limited edition collection and limited edition shades, and they'll have special tops at the end. So like this is a limited edition shade that I'm about to show you. So why did I get this one? How did I not give up after that bad experience? Well, I was like, oh, I'm never going to do this again. And then I saw the shade. And then I was like, and if you know me, this is such a me shade. And I was like, I'm going to give him another chance because I couldn't pass up. This is a unique shade. You know, Chanel is great for like red lipsticks, but when you can find a purpley brown lipstick like this and it's such a unique shade, I was like, I'm going to give them another chance. So let me put this on so that you can see what this looks like. And one thing I'm going to say about this particular, this one I've had for a while. This one has broken off. Now, I haven't had this issue with any other lipstick, but I'm going to admit this. Yeah. So I'm going to try my hardest to apply this, even though it's broken. And I didn't even put any lip balm this time, but we're just going to go straight in. Now, this is what kept me going. And this is still not a perfect formula, but this shade is gorgeous. Now I have to make sure to apply it very well, because I don't know if you noticed when I still first put it on, it can get a little patchy. So that's what I mean in terms of it doesn't give the full pigmentation that you kind of expect from a traditional matte lipstick. But this one in particular, I just love this shade. It's so pretty, you know, for them to have a shade like this that, you know, clearly is fantastic for my skin tone. And I really feel like, I'm not saying you can't find it anywhere, but it's a fairly unique shade as far as I'm concerned. And it is comfortable. This one, I don't know if you could appreciate, but there is like actually little micro glitters in there. When you're applying it, you can kind of feel it a little bit as you're applying it, but not when you're wearing it. I don't feel anything as I'm wearing it. And it's so subtle. It's nothing, you don't see any beaming, but it gives this beautiful shimmer in there that is just so gorgeous. So it's still not perfect. It can get patchy. It's not super matte, but this is deeper so that, you know, unlike the Rouge Allure, because that was such a nudie shade, it's more evident about, you know, the lack of intensity of pigmentation. But despite its imperfections, I love this lipstick. So I don't care if it's broken. I don't care. I will keep using it. Let me show you the other shades. And by the way, I don't think I even told you what shade this is. This is Brun Celeste. Now, unfortunately, like I said, this was a limited edition shade, so I don't think you can find it. Sorry. Now, as much as I hate on this formula of Rouge Allure, like I said, I kept buying, and I bought this last year. Like, I think about it like January of 2023. And it wasn't a shade I was even going, I was going for another shade, which I'm going to show you. I went in store to get another shade, and then I was just swatching, and then I was like, something about this. I was like, I'm going to get it. Actually, this was like, I think, this was on my list for my favorites. So even though this is not necessarily my favorite Chanel lipstick formula, this color, Voluptueuse, this red color, I just love it. And this one, I don't know, for some reason, I feel like the formula of this one is better. I just think when they do red right. So, like, I just feel like the pigmentation is there. It applies smoothly. I think there's much more, it's more pigmented than all the others. So also, as I'm critiquing this formula, as you could tell, I think it might also be shade dependent. Some shades just work better than others in this formula. So this one, I feel, I get that pigmentation. And it feels comfortable. It doesn't feel like a traditional matte. It feels like a traditional lipstick, to be honest. So calling it a matte, question mark, but I don't care. It's just gorgeous, beautiful shade. It looks gorgeous, it's beautiful. It's such a cute, cute color that this was on my favorites. So even though in general, this is not my favorite lipstick formula, this particular lipstick, oh, one of my faves. All right, and then the last one I'm gonna show in this formula is the shade that I actually went to the store for, and to be honest, I actually like the other one better. It's hilarious. So I got this in Intuitive, and this is a nude. And I'm going to tell you, I have another shade that's very similar to this in a different formula by Chanel, and I prefer that one over this one. I don't hate this one, but it's just okay to me. And even this one, I don't know what it is about the Voluptueuse, but that one feels especially great. But I normally I would wear these liners. I'm skipping liners in the context of time, and I'm going from lipstick to lipstick. So if some of the old lipstick blends in, don't critique me for my messy application, okay? Because I'm trying to make this as quick as possible. But it's nice, beautiful. Like I said, you can still, you know, when it comes to nude lipsticks, you're going to still see a little bit of my natural lipstick tone. So, like I said, just in general, they describe these as mattes, but I kind of almost, they feel almost like a traditional lipstick rather than a matte, per se. So that is that category. Now I'm going to show you a lipstick that Chanel had made where it felt like a true matte. And it doesn't exist anymore. I'm going to show you that one lipstick next. Okay, so we just finished going through my Rouge Allure Velvet lipsticks. But this one is in the formula Rouge Allure Velvet Extreme. Ooh, spicy, right? And even the packaging is different. So it's still got that sleek, black with the Chanel. But look at the tip. Ooh, all black and white. So you're going to see as we go through my other Chanel lipsticks, usually it's gold. And to be all black and white, it's unique in that sense. So that's the distinguishing feature of the packaging. Unfortunately, this no longer exists, and that is a shame because, to be honest, this formula feels like what we would traditionally call a matte formula. This is what you expect from a matte, and I actually really like this formula, so this is such a shame that this is gone. This is in the shade Chestnut. And I think you can already appreciate, I hope you can, the difference. See how this looks like a real matte? It's not. The other one was a luminous matte. So the other one, this is more a real matte rather than being luminous. Much more pigmented. But it's still comfortable. That's the thing. Sorry, I got lipstick on my teeth. It's not even that it's uncomfortable. So it's still comfortable, great pigmentation, and truly had a matte finish. I don't know why it's gone. I hope they bring it back because I love this. If I wanted a matte from Chanel, this is what I would want rather than the Rouge Allure Velvet. I'm not saying I won't keep buying Rouge Allure Velvet, because especially if I see a shade that I'm particularly in love with, I'm still going to go for it. But I know in terms of my expectations not to expect this. All right, I know I've been kind of dogging on Chanel's formula. So let me show you what might be actually my favorite formula from them. Okay. Next. All right, so I was critiquing and saying, you know what? I don't really feel like Chanel really does matte lipsticks well in the traditional sense. But you know what they're great at? Satin lipsticks. Satin? Now, you know what? I might say Chanel has my favorite satin lipstick formula, hands down. I'm going to say it. I love this. So let me just get their description. Also $48. So their satin formula is just called Rouge Allure. Okay. So they describe it as a luminous, intense lip color. Okay. They describe it as an intense, long-wearing lip color with full coverage and a satin finish. Okay. So fall of 2022, they came out with a whole collection, and basically it was nudes. And oh my God, I found that I think I bought like 4. I could have easily bought like at least 6 of them. Like I had to restrain myself because, one thing I will say about Chanel is not only in terms of, okay, fine, their best formula is probably their satin formula, but what they're also just well known for and great for is red lipstick. They have red lipstick. I'm telling you, if you like red lipstick, every undertone, every shade of red possible, they have it somewhere in their collection. I'm telling you. But this fall collection, all of a sudden they decided to do nudes. And a lot of times when we think of nudes, it's like, oh, okay, that means it's going to be a bunch of pinky nudes that, kind of caters to fair tones. Oh no, this nude collection was for all skin tones. They had the pinks, but they had the browns. There was a nude for all shades. So I was here for it. So, and then I was like, oh, when I felt it, I was like, oh. All right. So, I'm going to go, there's particularly 2 shades that are just, I love them all, but I'll start with my 2 favorite shades. These are like great nudes for me. So, the first one is 199 Intendu. So same pop action, gold tip and everything like that. So, this is just a beautiful nude on my skin tone. This is something that, even though I wear lip liners pretty much with every lipstick, I don't have to wear a lip liner. I can, as the day goes on, just keep reapplying and not have to worry. This feels heavenly. It is so comfortable. So for anybody who does not like dry lips, who hates matte lipsticks, this is the lipstick. They know how to do satin. This feels so good. And look at this. Tell me this is not a gorgeous nude on me. A nudie pink, we'll get to some more brown ones, but this, I love it so much. Do you understand? Like, I will like, this goes out, I will repurchase. I love this so much. I am gonna, because I got a bunch, let me like roll through all the shades and then I'll talk more about the formula, okay? Other go-to shade is 209 Alter Ego. Another nude, this one just leans a little bit more brown neutral. Where the other one was a little more mauve-y, a little more pinky. And like I said, you know, like a lot of times I'll put it with a brown liner, but I can even get away with no liner. And it's just, it feels fabulous. It just feels so good. Like I keep wanting to reapply. I keep wanting to reapply because it feels so good. It's so comforting. And it's just a great nude, you know, especially, if, you know, the purple of my makeup and eye might be throwing you off, but, and here, you know, see, it's not a matte, so I'm okay with my lips kind of showing through a little bit. But this is gorgeous. Let me go through some more. We're gonna start doing some more deeper browns. So this one is 215 Dilemme. So yeah, like I said, we're going deeper now. I went for the lighter ones, the ones that, those really easy nudes, but if you know me, I love a dark brown lipstick. So I got 2 of these. Could have easily gotten 2 more. Oh, it's a gorgeous shade. It feels comfortable. Look at that. Look at that. Let me do the next one. Next is 214 Instinct. Sorry, you know, like I said, I'm quickly going through these so my lips are going to get dry. It's going to get messy application. So it's also deep, but this has a little more red to it compared to the other one. But look at that. Oh, gorgeous. So these 4 that I just showed you, it's like, yeah, there's like a luminosity to it. I don't know. These 4, I believe, are not limited edition. So, you know, I think you can still get these particular shades. Like this is part of their permanent line, I believe. There might have been a couple that were limited edition, because they always have a couple, whenever they make a collection, they'll always put out a couple that are limited edition shades, and I don't remember which one was which. I forget if I picked some of the limited edition, but they have a lot of shades that they did keep for their permanent collection. So these are my 4 nudes that I picked out from their fall collection. Gorgeous. I have one more shade from them. This is a red tone in this formula. And the last one I have in the shade is a special edition one, I think. So I'm not sure. I don't think it exists anymore, so sorry about this. But it has the number 5. They were doing a whole celebration for Chanel number 5. So they were doing a lot of things that had 5 on them. So, you know, I wanted to get one that had the number 5 on it. I think I also got this in 2022. This was like my holiday party red lipstick for that year. Like, not that I don't still use it, but I was like really wearing this out for any holiday party I had that year. But like I said, I know it's a messy application, but it's just a gorgeous red color. Classic, just classic. Just great for holiday parties. It feels comfortable. It's beautiful. So these are luminous. They're satin. They're comfortable. Now, long lasting. I mean, you know, for a satin, but you know, it's not a matte. So you know, it is one that I find myself reapplying, you know, throughout the day. But I don't mind, because it just feels. I don't know what it is, but it feels good to apply it. So I don't mind if I have to keep reapplying it, because it just feels good to do so. It's comfortable. You can keep you can just keep reapplying. So this is probably my favorite lipstick formula from Chanel. So I don't think they're really great at matte, but a good satin formula. If you want some comfortable lipstick, Chanel is the way to go. Okay? They might not always be the most pigmented, but they will always be comfortable. So let's try a different formula next. Next formula, I only have one lipstick shade in it, and it is Rouge Coco. So this one, actually, you know, I've seen no other lipstick had a black and white. No, this one actually has a black and white top, but it's not the pop-up action of the other two. No fun time this. This is more of a traditional, you know, how you remove the cap, like a traditional lipstick, and very traditional formula. They are describing this as an ultra hydrating formula. So this is another satin formula, so very similar to the Rouge Allure that I just did. Let me try it on to remind myself, you know, is it much more hydrating? Let's see. But they just call this just the Rouge Coco in terms of formula, and this shade is called Attraction. I love this shade. This is so, you know, I'm not really big into, you know, I don't wear red a lot, but this is just a red that you can just wear. You know, a lot of times I kind of reserve reds for special occasions. This is one where, you know, I just feel it's just more wearable. For me, I like a deeper, you know, something that might have a little more brown to it or plum to it. So how gorgeous is this? So yeah, I will say this is very hydrating. I don't know, it's very similar to the Rouge Allure formula. So you know, it's another satin formula. But yeah, it's just beautiful. So I'm happy to own it in this shade. You know, I feel like they promote more of the Rouge Allure rather than the Rouge Coco. But they're both satin formula. So like I said, if you like a satin formula, you cannot go wrong with either one, honestly. All right, moving on. Next formula. We are going to do the formula Rouge Allure L'extrait. Now, every lipstick that I've mentioned thus far so far has been $48, which is not cheap, not cheap. But this one is more expensive, which, you know, I'm going to bring up, you know, some reasons why some people are not the biggest fan of this lipstick. This one is $56. So number one, I've already told you, this is more expensive, okay? I have two in this formula. I'll show you the first one that I bought because this is a fairly new formula that just came out within the last year or two. So I got it when it came, you know, the year it came out. So what shade did I get? Oh, it's funny. I'm looking and I'm trying to look at the bottom of, because all the other ones I'm looking at the bottom to see the shade. This shade's not there. You know why? Because this is actually a refillable lipstick. So number one, because we're going to get into I'm going to get into the formula and the shade, but packaging is a big deal about this one. So comparing to a traditional, I don't know if you can appreciate this, but it's smaller, it's skinnier, okay? So it's not as big as a Rouge Allure Velvet or a regular Rouge Allure, okay? So these ones are skinnier, okay? So I just told you it's $56. It costs more, and it's smaller. So obviously a big issue that people are having with this is that we're paying more to get less product. The math ain't mathin', right? Okay. The thing about this one, and just, you can already kind of, once again, see a difference. Let me just pull out, actually I just want to pull out a different one. But just so you can see again the difference inside. Like there's a difference. It starts up here instead of down here. It's skinnier. So you're getting it, right? Like this is a smaller packaging than the other one. Now, I was mentioning this is refillable. So that's one thing that's different about the other ones. It's refillable. So I'm actually going to pull this part out. So you can get, you know, just a refill. But the thing about this refill compared to what we traditionally think with a Chanel, any lipstick refill, you know, like obviously a lot of us want the whole packaging, but you know, some of us, hey, want to save money and just buy the refill and are okay with not having the packaging. But guess what about this one? On its own, non-functional. You cannot twist this up. Normally with a refillable lipstick that you would be able to twist this up, you can't. So guess what? You have to buy, or at least you have to buy one. You have to buy one so that you can put this in here, and once it snaps in, then you can twist. So you have to at least buy one. Now after that, fine, you can just buy these and then switch it, but you can't even get away without buying one full cased one. So you're feeling me? It's like, I'm paying more, less product. I have to buy the whole packaging. So obviously, I've rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. In terms of finding out the shade, you have to actually look on here, and it's not easy. I'm trying to look in the light. Give me one quick second. It's not easy to read the shade. I'm just going to call it 828. I don't want to butcher the French or anything like that. So let's take a look at this shade, number 828. And I'll tell you about the formula. So this is more of a pinky color, but it's a wearable pinky color for me. Like, I guess, you know, I always go for the pinks that have a little mauve to them. And like I said, don't critique my application because I'm going through all these lipsticks, but okay. Let me read the description and then I'll tell you what I think about the formula. So it is a high-intensity lip color concentrated radiance and care refillable. Infused with a high ultra concentration of pigments, this refillable satin lipstick reveals incomparable shade intensity upon first application that lasts for up to 8 hours. So I get it. To be paying a lot of money for less product, I totally get anybody who's like, I'm not in it for this lipstick. But I have to admit, the formula is fantastic. I'm sorry. It feels good. Once again, if you want a comfortable lipstick, it feels fabulous. Okay? The pigmentation is there. It gives great pigmentation. Yeah, and I do think it lasts longer than the Rouge Allure formula. The Rouge Allure formula is gorgeous, but it's a traditional satin lipstick, so it doesn't last long. So I do find myself reapplying a lot. I don't mind because I love it so much, but it is one that I have to reapply. This one I do feel like is longer lasting, more pigmented, and super comfortable. You are paying more, so, you know, for how much product, you know, so I get it. There are pros and cons to everything. So the cost, the math may not be mathing, but the formula, it's nice. It was nice enough for me to buy one more shade. Like I said, I bought enough. I do have a second one. And I didn't have to get anything, but this one, you know, the other one was all black. I know, small details, but I appreciate the gold edges. I don't know. Number one, the little slight packaging detail. This came out in 2023. So it has special packaging. And I love this shade. I think it's called Roaring Purple. This is just my kind of shade. What can I say? It's just... I think like the collection in general is kind of like 20s inspired, so I think that's very like, you know, Roaring 20s, Roaring Purple. How gorgeous. Love the shade, love the formula. I know, she's expensive. I'm not telling you to, you know, you can get a great Rouge Allure and save 10 bucks or 8 bucks or whatever. But I'm not mad to own these two. I'm just saying. I'm not going to necessarily buy the whole collection, but when a nice shade comes in, I'm going to get her. I'm just saying. All right, another formula next. Formula, I'm actually kind of surprised I only own one shade because it actually might even be my favorite formula. I know I just said the Rouge Allure is my favorite, and I guess, but I love this formula that I'm about to talk about, and it's crazy I only own one shade. It's it actually kind of boggles my mind that I only own one. And it is the Rouge Coco Flash. All right. This one is going to be more reminiscent of the Rouge Coco in packaging in terms of, you know, the gold band in the center and that you pull off the cap. Now, the one distinguishing feature is at the end. It has like clear like around it. So I've got the white CCs but clear around it. So there's your distinguishing feature there. The formula is radically different from what we've done so far. Let me give the description. And this is back to the $48. So we left that crazy L'extrait 56. We're back to the traditional $48. And it is described as a hydrating, vibrant shine lip color. Comfortable lipstick with intense color that transforms on contact with lips for an enhanced high shine effect. So get ready for the shine. And I have in the shade Lust. And let me show you. This is why I'm saying, how can I only have one? Like, I have to repurchase. Like, I'm about done with this. Like, I need to I have to repurchase this. I have to repurchase this because I love it that much. And I should be buying other shades. I don't know what's wrong with me. But this is like the most comfortable. This is like the most comfortable of all. It's the most comfortable. Lots of shine. Kind of like a lip gloss on a stick. Love it. And this shade, oh my God. I will wear this on its own. I will wear it with, remember I was showing you the second lipstick I showed you, the Rouge Allure Velvet, that purpley brown lipstick, the one with the star, the one that broke off. Now that lipstick by itself is gorgeous. You put this on top of that. Should I show you? I don't know if I should. I don't know if we have time for this. The combo of the two. So what I love about this is I can just wear it on its own. I can put it on top of a matte lipstick. The application, the feel, I know for a lot of fair tone ladies and gentlemen, they like the shade Boy, I believe. I know Michelle Wong raves about it. A lot of people rave Boy. If you are my skin tone or deeper, Lust is your girl. Okay, that's a shade I mean, you know, obviously it's not our only shade, but it's just that go-to easy shade for us that just works perfect for our skin tone. So yes, this will be repurchased. And who knows, maybe I'll be buying some other shades soon. Now let me show you a formula that is similar, different, but it's the sister, the cousin to this one, okay? So now we're gonna do Rouge Coco Bloom, okay? This one I actually have two shades, okay? So the first shade that I ever bought was number 114 Glow. And I'll show it to you and then we're gonna talk about the difference in formula. So apply this on you. And I don't know if you can already appreciate or not a difference, but I'll tell you. All right, so this is another comfortable, because Chanel, I'm telling you, is about comfort. She is about that easy living, easy life. Chanel is all about making all her lipsticks comfortable. So this is described as a hydrating, plumping, intense lip shine color. A lipstick that combines intense, long-wearing color, a high shine finish with hydrating benefits, and a plumping effect that lasts up to 8 hours. So in comparison to the Flash, this is just a little bit more pigmented. It feels thicker. You know, the other one is a little more thinner. It's a higher, maybe a higher shine, but less in the pigmentation. This one gives you more pigmentation, but still gives you shine. Still gives extreme comfortability. So this is, you know, a very pretty shade, Glow, that I just absolutely love. And then let me show you the shade that I bought just this past year. Also, to distinguish these two, so the Rouge Coco Flash has the gold band, and this clear circular has like a golden tone to it. The Rouge Coco Bloom has a silver band, and the clear outside has more of a silver tone to it. So that's how you distinguish gold flash, silver bloom. Okay, so the shade that I bought, I think I got it at the same time I got the L'extrait in the Roaring Purple. I think it was part of that same collection. I could be wrong, so don't correct me if I'm wrong. I got this in the shade Wild. This is a gorgeous shade. Oh, this would go well with my look today. I should end with this. Ooh. Gorgeous. So like I said, comfortable, shine, but see how it's got some more pigmentation? Like this one definitely really works totally on its own. The flash, like I said, I will wear that on its own, but you could see how the flash, you know, I could put it on top of a lipstick, where this one I would just wear it on its own. I wouldn't bother mixing it with another lipstick. So, so those are two. So those are cousins, sisters, whatever you want to call them. So they're very similar, but there is some differences. I love them both. I love them both. I'm telling you, this is the whole section of the Chanel that has my heart. When it comes to anything comforting, you know, satiny kind of vibes, that's where Chanel is at. All right, we're going to leave this category and enter a whole new category. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to pause the video just for a minute because I'm realizing this video is getting long. I got a lot of lipsticks in my collection. We're just about like halfway, and I figure it's probably a lot for you to take in for me to do it all in one video. So I'm gonna split it here, and we're gonna call this one part 1, and then probably tomorrow I will post part 2. I figured this was a good place to stop because I basically have gone through all my bullet Chanel lipsticks, and then in part 2 we will focus on liquid lipstick, lip glosses, and lip balms. So all the juicy juice will be in part 2. But I'm very thankful for all of you guys that have stuck it through this far. So I do have a little bit of treat for you for making it this far, because a little birdie, her name is Allison Chase. She is a beauty content creator that I follow on YouTube because she's always in the know when it comes to Chanel beauty. I was watching her video today and I saw that she mentioned that there is going to be a new Chanel lipstick formula coming out this spring. Yes, you heard right. Remember when I was telling you one of my favorite lipstick formulas, the Rouge Allure Velvet, that really true matte lipstick, is discontinued? Well, apparently they are coming out with a new matte lipstick formula. We'll see how it compares to the Rouge Allure Velvet and Extreme Velvet, that kind of thing. But they're coming out with 8 shades. It has a beautiful white and black trimmed packaging. Now here's going to be just limited edition. So I don't know why they're playing these mind games with us, but you know, this spring I'll be getting 1 or maybe 2 or 3 shades, and you know, we'll do a review then, but at least I can give you a sneak peek. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you just some screenshots that I took from Allison Chase's YouTube video, and I will put in the description below the link to her video. Please watch it. Watch it from beginning to end because she just goes through all the up and coming new stuff that's coming from Chanel. So stuff we know about with the spring collection, but she just really goes through it. And then like she gave some kind of surprise info. So check out these screenshots and we'll come right back. God, do they not look beautiful? Oh my God, I'm so excited. This was like such a wonderful surprise to hear. So once again though, guys, thank you so much for watching and sticking through my long-winded videos. So if you made it this far and you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. And if you're not already following me on Instagram, please do Daps_makeup because that is where I'm the most active. But otherwise, we're going to end the video here, take a breather, and then later grab some popcorn and then watch part 2, okay? Until I see you then, I'm just going to say have a great day and bye!